What's up, guys? Listening to a little Sade radio by the power of, let's see if I can make this work, my, there we go, my Verizon powered Samsung Note 2. And if you don't have it already, Milk Music. Oh, Milk Music is amazing. It's one of the best music apps that you can possibly have, but you can only have it if you are a Samsung product user. So whether it's a Samsung phone, Samsung tablet, Samsung Smart TV, maybe, I think they allow that on Samsung TVs. It's amazing. I was using Rhapsody for a while, then discovered that Milk Music was launched, and it's been awesome ever since. I barely ever have to change channels. They just, everything current, everything from the past, different genres, different eras, channels that you can create on your own, has a customizable dial that you just tap on a genre, or you tap in between genres, and it finds a sound that just really can fit your mood perfect. So if you don't already have it, you should grab it. Anywho's, but this video is going to be the Dear Me movement contribution. So let's go this way. Hello. So basically, the Dear Me hashtag movement is about you being able to share some wisdom or thoughts with your younger self or former younger self. Woo! Sun's kind of at a high rise right now in front of my building, but anywho's, so this is about advice I would give my younger self. So, Dear Me, it is not a popularity contest ever. You don't have to have a large network of people or 50 billion friends to feel loved and respected and appreciated. You only need to select a few close people in your life to really make you feel one in a million, on top of the world, that you could do anything. And a couple of those people should be your family members, mom, dad, grandparents. You're not always going to agree, and you may think that their ways or what they have to teach or what they have to say is just like, oh my gosh, left field, what does this have to do with anything relevant to what I want in my life? But they honestly do have your best interest, and don't ever think for a minute that they don't love you just because they may not agree with some of the things you say or do. But they do truly love you, and they want the best for you and want to see you succeed in whatever you want to put your mind to, and don't take that for granted. And speaking of, don't ever miss an opportunity or not take the chance to say I love you, I appreciate you, I value you to anybody, whether it's friend or family. Hate to tell you this, but you're going to lose both of your parents before you're 30. And it's going to force you to make decisions that may not be the best, but they're the best for what you think at the time. Either way, just look to God for comfort. Look to God for the answer. Look to God for everything. You're going to change a little, and it's not going to be, for the worst. You're not going to be evil. You're not going to stop being social. You're not going to be someone who just thinks that life is not worth it anymore and give up. But it is going to change what you thought you wanted in life, and it is going to cause you to reevaluate who is in your life and who you want to stay, and maybe clean house on who may need to go. And as much as that hurts to tell you, and it may sting when you need to do it, it's for your own good. Trust me. You are going to be at a place in your life where you just need positivity, and you need structured support, and you need to sometimes hear things that might sting a little from people who truly love and care about you and want to see you be successful and just move forward in life and be the best person that they know that you can be, because they know your heart. So don't ever take those people for granted either, and always tell them that you love them and that you value them and they are appreciated in everything that they do in their own lives and in how they impact yours. So also, it's okay to not be skinny. It is okay to look different. You have things going on inside you that some people may never understand because they will not know what it's like to live with an ovarian syndrome. They will not know what it's like to be a type 2 diabetic, if you're truly a type 2 diabetic, because doctors are kind of quacks. But anyways, you have sleep apnea. It will definitely affect you if you don't take care of yourself with it, so don't be stubborn. Just go with it. Get everything that you need to take care of taken care of, and just love yourself enough to know that at any size, any shape, any look, any style, you are beautiful and you're worth loving, and you should love yourself the most. Besides God, you should also love yourself a whole heck of a lot, because loving yourself gets you through so much pain and misery that's not even worth it half the time. So just love yourself and know that things will always work out for the best. Even if it wasn't the end result you wanted per se, it's going to work out the way that it's supposed to, and just be thankful for that. Anything that you have to let go or anything that you experience is a life lesson, so take it, learn from it, see what God wanted you to learn from it, and just apply it for whatever you move on to going forward. Relationships come and go. You're going to learn that they are not easy, and you should be secure with yourself when you're in a relationship, and you should be okay with being not in a relationship, both emotionally and financially. You need to be okay by yourself and not super dependent on someone else. They don't create your happiness. You create your happiness, and they just kind of add to that happiness. They're kind of like your plus one in life. So don't depend on someone else to make you happy, because you can't always depend on other people when they don't even love themselves enough to make themselves happy without someone in their life. And maybe for some people life works better that way as a codependent, but for us, well, for you, that turns into me. It's not. Being independent is one of the strongest things you can do, because there are going to be times where you are single and you will learn to enjoy it, but there are going to be times where you're in a relationship and you need to be okay with that too. So just be open-minded to that, because it's going to happen. I can tell you, I was there. So also, dear me, you don't have to be that girl that's on the down low. You don't have to be that girl that does things to get boys to like her. Not even talking about intercourse, but just other things. You don't have to sell yourself short in that matter, because even though you don't know it then, you'll learn later that every single person that you've ever been intimate with in any way, whether it's emotional intimacy, mental intimacy, intellectual intimacy, physical, sexual intimacy, you give yourself a little piece of yourself away to that person, and they may not value it, and they may just, get what they want from it and use it and kind of discard it, and you may not realize it at first, but later on you will. So just kind of be ultra picky and choosy who you spend your time with, who you give yourself to in any sort of manner. You've done a great job so far, and relationships are not about the finances of getting each other stuff, buying stuff, going on trips, all these fancy things. They're nice. They're really, really nice, and they can make you feel thought of and very special. And I do love receiving gifts, and ooh, excuse me, jeez. But know that relationships are deeper than that. They're really about being with your best friend, someone you can laugh with, someone you can cry with, someone you can have fun with and share experiences with. And the good times, the material things like gifts and trips and dates and all that stuff, they come and they go. and appreciate them when they're able to happen, and when they're not, don't get frustrated, don't get resentful. You're going to experience up and downs, and you have to take both of them in everything that you do. So it's also okay to ask for help. You don't always have to be so stubborn and think that you can do everything 100% on your own. The majority of the stuff you can, because you're resourceful and you can figure things out, and there's certain things that you won't be scared to do on your own. But being a grown-up also means that you're mature enough to understand that there's something in your life that you cannot do on your own, and look to God to help you with, and He will provide those resources, and He will provide the people that are going to be there to help support whatever it needs to get done. So it's okay to ask for help. I know it's embarrassing sometimes being low income and having to ask for aid like food stamps or state health insurance and things like that, but they're there for a reason, and you shouldn't be ashamed. Use it as a stepping stone. Don't ever let it be a way of life. It is a stepping stone for temporary help for you to get back on your feet. Nothing more, nothing less. So that's why you shouldn't be ashamed, because those programs are there for that reason. So do the best you can. Ask for help when you need help. Love yourself enough. Know your self-worth and what you deserve, and what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not willing to tolerate, what you will and won't accept from other people in your life, especially romantically or sexually. And it's not the end of the world if you deny something and that person walks away or doesn't want to continue seeing you or talking to you. They weren't in it for your best interest. They were there for selfish reasons, and you don't need that in your life. So with that, never give up. Work hard at every job you do, whether it's cleaning toilets or a CEO of a company. Work just as hard at one as the other. It's one of the most valuable things that you have is your work ethic, and if your grandparents worked as hard as they did, literally scrubbing toilets at an airport or going through the military, and if your parents literally did everything for you that they could, whether it was being in the military or just being a gas station attendant or a pool man or whatever it is that they did to have an income to provide for you, and they didn't let you see the stress behind it or any of the low self-esteem that they felt by doing those jobs, because they knew that they could do better, but they were just doing what they had to and what they could to provide for themselves and for you. You should have that enough appreciation for that lineage and enough drive and motivation because of that to do whatever it is that you need to do to survive and provide, if you need to provide for anyone or anything. So value whatever job you have, because you're lucky to have it. Do the best that you can. Always seek ways to advance and learn. And even if you don't make the next promotion, every bit of education that you experience, all your experiences in life, your book knowledge, your street knowledge, your work knowledge, anything that you learn is something that can never be taken away from you. So just value everything that you learn as well. And just love yourself. Big, small, hairy, bald, whatever. Just love yourself, and you're going to experience some things that that really navigate your life and how you live it. But grab the reins and just get on that horse and, you know, keep it moving. You're going to be able to do it. You're going to get through it. So just have faith, and it will happen. And value those who are in your life for unselfish reasons other than just to love you as much as you love them. So never give up. Always be thankful for what you do have. Don't focus on what you don't have, because you can't take these things with you when it's time to go. Put God first always. Love yourself always. And just know that family is more than just blood. With that, love you. Take care of yourself.